Alright, hello and welcome back to Ashgabat Cat, so let's play that. Today we're taking a look at A-Jax, a Konami shoot-'em-up game. You know, I thought Konami made like a lot more games, but after playing like the 20,000th game by Sega, I'm starting to think Konami made very few games, actually. Still though, let's insert some credits and let's get started. Oh wow, check out that super scaling. And just like what was depicted in that screen, we are in a helicopter. So, button 2 sends out a small little bomb so you can hit land targets too. Somebody checked out Namco's Xevious, and we're like, man, this game is pretty cool. Let's make a game like that. Oh, and C button is an impressive bomb. Any D buttons? Nope. Any sort of charge attacks? Nope. You know what that means. First safe moment. We are on auto fire. Still, I don't want to just ignore the fact that we saw like a jet plane taking off, and now we're playing as a helicopter. It's like, what the heck? Ooh. Does this game have a continue function? I'm sure it will. There's no way it wouldn't have a continue function. Oh, interesting. Oh no. How do I select well, I guess that's just, you get what you get, maybe? So on the bottom of the screen, it looks like it has a Gradius, like, choose your weapon sort of power-up meter thing, but, I don't know that you actually choose your own weapon. Choice is so passe. Instead, you just get things. So it's like, okay, now I got the bomb. Ooh. So, good news and bad news. Good news is, there is a continue checkpoint feature. Bad news is, it is a checkpoint continue feature. And so, we are at the mercy of this game. Let's see. When was the last time we played though? Oh, three-way shot. You know, I thought this would be a three-way spread shot, but instead, it is the most useless of, well, okay. I was going to say this is fairly useless, because it can't... Oh, you mean you auto-fire with the B button? That would be more ridiculous to auto-fire with, but... Well, it is kind of entertaining to flit around the screen and try to blow up every target you see. Just kind of with this like, boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I thought it would be more of a spread shot. Now, it turns out this one is fine too. It's just kind of underwhelming at first glance. Oh wow, this is everything I need right now. All I need is a four-way shot and then I'll be set. Huh. Okay, I guess Konami is really showing off their biases here with like random flashing glowing orb shoot the core bosses. That, I mean, it seems like every boss in Contra was some variant of that, and so here, well, they're keeping up the style. Man, it's been so long since I played that like last checkpoint shoot-'em-up game that I don't even remember the name of it. It was kind of fun, but there comes an inevitable time period when you can't beat it. It's too difficult. Also, are there two of me now? That's actually pretty cool. It doesn't list that power up on the bottom, so I can't brag to my friends about it, but oh boy, now I have the Vulcan shot. Wow. So enough stuff is going on screen that we actually had like a brief second or two of slowdown. I will do my best to induce slowdown by shooting off as many bombs as I can, but unfortunately as you destroy things, then the chances of slowdown become less and less. But man, are we having some fun here. I love how the game just kind of like, it just lets you have slowdown right away. We are like still in stage 1, as the counter in the upper right is ever willing to remind us. Interesting. Well, there is no shortage of bullets. Well, okay. Some bullets actually got me. There seems to be no shortage of bullets, but at the same time, they're not like just cutting every corner to kind of just completely mess you up. Well, I'm doing everything in my power to mess me up, but the game, at least, is not doing any such thing, so that's kind of nice. It's just kind of nice to play a nice, chill, laid-back shoot-'em-up. Right, A-Jax? You're one of those things, right? Alright, boss, what do you have now? So again, just kind of shooting an entire wave, a tsunami of bullets at us. Oh, you know, I thought it was so silly how you could only shoot 3 bombs at a time, but now I just realized you can only shoot 3 shots at a time. I see, so you gotta plan your cutback when it opens up all the way and exposes the core, which in retrospect I realize is the actual target. Then that's when you start doing your cutbacks. Interesting. I mean, I've got my ace in the hole, I've got like a bomb, although strangely enough it does not seem like your bombs actually replace. Wait, so the lower right-hand corner, is that a life counter or a bomb counter? Let's get to the bottom of this. No, it is very much a bomb. Well, I died simultaneously as I shot the bomb, so now we don't know. Oh, I see. So every time you revive your life, then you get a new bomb, but you only get one. And so you are tasked with making some amount of progress in that one life, but you only have the one bomb to use. And I think that's actually such a really smart concept, because one thing I don't like about modern day shoot 'em ups is they give you bombs that can like really just like basically handhold your way through the game. It's like, what, you're not skilled enough to beat the boss? It's like, just use bombs. I mean, yeah, you have to feed in a lot of credits, but you can just use bombs to get your way through any sort of terrible situation. But it's like, no, you should be able to get through a situation through cunning and guile and personal skill. Not any of this financial wealth sort of nonsense. You can't buy victory with financial wealth. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't be able to in video games. Alright, let's just kind of fast forward through all my bad attempts and get to a good attempt. Maybe, in fact, I won't have to fast forward at all, because maybe this is the good attempt. Okay, this is not the good attempt, but maybe next one will. So on the bright side, because this game moves so slow, it probably looks great on the replays. On the downside, that means I have to wait a good minute every time I want to fight that first boss. That was completely intentional, by the way. Did you see it? They sent out the one little bullet that went straight down, so when you try to make the cutback and you try to dodge them all, then there's that one bullet who's going to catch you off guard, just like the one linebacker they tell you to go shallow. Or no, the defensive end, who they're always like, hey, take the deepest cut you can, because maybe you'll catch them off guard. And they caught me off guard. I see you probably... there I go to talk and I immediately die. So I think I kind of see what's happening. You only do actual damage to the boss itself when you shoot the core, but as you shoot the boss more and more, then you actually destroy the guns, and thus ensure your future survivability. So I thought like I should focus all my attacks on the core, kill the boss as fast as possible, but now I'm realizing, no, you gotta aim for the turrets. Make it a safe place. Make it a safe place. And you see already we have like cut down the enemy's shots intense. And then those stupid missiles come out, and then it's like, well, you gotta change up your game plan. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. On the bright side, though, I now feel like that boss is possible. On the downside, now I feel like the entire game itself is impossible. still. Oh, I must have pressed... Hey, look at Rat halfway up on the screen. It's like, it's my nemesis, Ashgabat Rat. I will defeat them. But, oh, well, at least I got to enter my name, in theory. Well, I didn't make it that far, and that stupid Ashgabat Rat will not beat me. So you know what? Let's play this again. A-Jax. Okay, so it just shot off some missiles, and my hope was I could kill the other one fast enough that the game probably just forgot about all those missiles that it shot off. And, what do you know, lucky day, because it did. And I got away with it. Oh, no, the walls do kill you. Okay, I thought the walls would kill you, and it turns out they do. Oh, so you do have to repeat the boss. Okay, so I'm going to the boss with a power-up. Maybe things will turn out better. Nope. Same thing as always. Alright. Beat the boss. That better be the end of the stage. It better not just hit me with more level and let me die and let me lose all progress. Okay, good. The game is hard. But the game is not that hard. Alright, now we get to finally play as the jet. Even though... Okay, this is cool. It's like discount Afterburner, but it's still pretty cool. Well, and I guess in a sense it works better than Afterburner, because Afterburner really only works as like a joystick game with a joystick. Oh, and you do have lock-on missiles, maybe. I don't know. It's annoying because like to actually shoot the ships, you gotta go over them, but that means they can hit you. Hit you with their lock-on missiles. These first-person, third-person views, I'm not sure if they even had the terminology to talk about them at that time. They seem very interesting, but somewhat fundamentally flawed. Also, it seems almost impossible to get back into the groove of it because you can't actually tell how far out they are. Oh, don't tell me I have to land. Oh no, even worse, I have to fight off a giant battleship. Landing, you can do that later. What do you think this is, Top Gun or something? Okay, good. For a second there, I thought it would be like we would actually be in some serious troubles. We got far too close to it. Okay, back to the helicopter stage. I'm not sure if I like the helicopter stages more than the airplane stages. Oh wow, this is stage 3. So it took me like 20 minutes to get to stage 2, but 5 minutes for me to get to stage 3. Not even 5, just like 10. 2? You saw it all, you can count for yourself. Interesting. It's funny because the tanks and turrets have been replaced with these little PT boats, but like it's almost exactly the same as if they were just turrets. Although the enemies cheaply shooting out of the clouds is a nice touch. You know, I don't even think I can afford to commentate over this one. I think I just have to go full fast forward and then see if I can even get to the boss. I'm so scared of those cloud turret guys. They're everywhere. They are so ubiquitous. How am I supposed to sneak past them and destroy them? Oh, so you can destroy them. Okay, good. Starting to get a little bit scared and thinking they were invincible or something. I guess this game knows about my shoot 3 and hope 1 hits strategy for shooting bombs. And it is not liking any of it. Although, at least it's not inundating me with turrets, so that at least is a nice compromise. Oh, it's so hard to switch from like missile mode, where like you can shoot the enemy, or you can shoot the missiles and be okay, to like regular shot mode, especially when they changed up the color of the shots. Now I'm all for shoot 'em ups giving you some sort of visual variety, but I don't know, it's just something about changing the shots to blue just gets me. And I think especially because it's like an ocean level. Maybe there were blue shots previously and I never noticed because it was on ground, so it contrasted nicely. But now we're over ocean, so at least half the time they're like essentially invisible. That is unacceptable. You know, I really hope this is a boss or something, because if this is just like a normal enemy, then we are not gonna get far in this game. Yeah, I think this is one of those times when you gotta turn off auto fire. So just like Galaga, you have a limited number of shots. Now it's not as stringent as Galaga. It didn't even give me the continue screen, did it? I think it only lets you continue like, what, 5, 6 times? And then it's just like, nope, you are too bad to complete the game. Although, it does seem fairly content to... Whoa. AAA, though. Styling all over the game screen. So at least I accomplished my goal of beating Ashgabat Rat. Poor little guy. Never stood a chance. Never stand a cat against a rat. Or never send a rat against a cat. But, well, I gotta give this game's generosity a little bit of props. Like, it knows there are credits. There were 5 credits in there. That's like a good 250. I mean, the game could, like, make some serious money. But it's still gonna show you the intro screen. Like, it's like, you don't have to play Ajax if you don't want to. Of course, I guess in a sense, you could be like, well, it's actually being selfish because it's like, it's kind of hoarding them for itself. It's like, those credits are mine. You're not gonna get a play if you don't press start button. Whereas other arcade cabinets maybe act in what I guess is technically your best interest. They're like, hey, you got credits in here, you still gotta play. But then again, maybe they're trying to flush out the credits because they're like, ooh, you gotta put in more credits. Anyway, that was Ajax. And there's a good tradition of this, Lightning Fighters or something. And it's just kind of short, simple, sweet shoot 'em ups where you've got a checkpoint-based system, and pretty much you have to be good enough to actually make it past that checkpoint. Man, is this a rough game, though. Like, oh my gosh. And yet, like, it's rough, but at no point in time does it feel unbeatable. Because if you look at all those enemy ships, like, they're coming at you fairly slow. And then you think about, like, your bombs, it's like you've got enough weapons. You kill everything in one hit. You've got the tools to succeed. It's just, do you have the bullet avoidance skills to succeed? And Ajax is going to put that to the test. Man, why didn't they put this game in the Konami Classics collection for the DS? Like, all those other games, they're like, they're okay. You kind of put in your credits, and you play one round, and you're like, okay, fine. Like a game like Puyon. It's like, okay, you put in your credit, you play your, like, shoot 'em up fun, and then you move on with your life. And it's like, okay, there's no sense of progression, there's no sense of thing. But at the same time, I mean, it's fine. But you get like Ajax, and it's like, oh my gosh, Ajax is this whole epic journey. And I wonder if that's actually an inspiration for the name, like naming it after Ajax, one of the heroes from the Odyssey. But like, you get this entire whole story that you have to go through, and it's like, can you beat the stage 1 boss? Like, it's a lot harder than it sounds, actually. And then once you get that, it's like, can you even get to the stage 3 boss? It's a lot harder than it sounds, because I couldn't even do it. Jeez Louise. There's another one of those fun games that would just be fun to, like, take a week or so and just dissect and see everything that's going on and strategize. Like, have you ever seen, like, Retro City Challenge, or no, Retro Game Challenge? Retro CX? Anyway, where you got this one guy, they kind of lock him in a room, they give him a video game to play, and they give him, like, a day or two, maybe a week or something, and he has to, like, beat the game or else he'll be punished. And so, like, that guy, he gets out a whiteboard, he starts drawing out enemy patterns, he starts figuring this out, he comes up with, like, winning strategies. Man, that is something. And I feel like Ajax would be a perfect game to fit in there, because it's not cheap. It's not, like, impossible to beat. But at the same time, like, it does demand a certain level of skill, a certain level of respect, that you approach it with a certain level of respect and, like, a willingness to improve. Still, though, maybe I don't have that willingness to improve. So on that note, this cat's got a scat.